Okay, boys, we here, we live, we're here. Alright, so, it's only Cool Emoji and John as of the recent messages I've seen. SpongeBob 2024 from a while ago said he probably will be here. But yeah, we're here, guys. What is up? Welcome again to this week's Sunday stream. So, the first one after another 2 weeks off, but again, guys, I already pointed out as of where I've been gone for all this time and why there wasn't a Sunday stream last week on my previous stream. So, if you all want to know the info of where I've been last Sunday, just you all might as well just go ahead and look at that stream. Basically, that's where I've said all of it. So you know, So yeah, the 900 sub stream is where I talk about where I've been basically for the last 2 weeks. But either way, we're finally back and hoping that this time we can actually do these Sunday streams for a good matter of Sundays, you know, without having a week off again, you know, that's the plan. Right, it says only 5 people here. And I already have put out some mentions about it today to people. But yeah, either way, guys, welcome to the stream. So, as we traditionally do every 10 weekly Sunday streams by this point, the second edition of 10 weekly Sunday streams, if you guys know what I mean, we're going to be covering another playlist of all of my SpongeBob Plush videos, basically. Another playlist of my SpongeBob Plush series. So, for any of the new people here, what we've been doing the last couple of months is, from this point in my weekly Sunday streams, every 10 weekly Sunday live streams, we react and give my commentary on all these different SpongeBob Plush videos of mine from all these different years. So basically, there have been 4 different playlists of 4 different years of my plush series so far, and so alright then, Landon. Well, it wouldn't matter anyway if you're 2 minutes late, because barely anything has happened, really. Wait, 11 people now? Whoever those people are, just reveal yourself. I say the same thing every time. I feel like it's not going to get them. But either way, I'm grateful for whoever, if YouTube just calculating that, you know. I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, basically, the last couple of months, we've been covering all of my SpongeBob Plush videos from 2021, and most recently, from August, all the Plush videos from 2022, and both of those streams are up on the channel already, guys, from a couple months back, on weekly Sunday live streams 32 and 42, basically. So if you want to check those out after the stream, or listen to my commentary on what your favourite Plush video of mine was, then yeah, they're up on the channel for you guys already. Or if you guys, or for this stream, guys, since we're covering my SpongeBob Plush videos of 2023 this time, if there's any favourite Plush video of mine from that year that you guys, you know, want to hear my commentary on, stick around to this stream to find out, basically. So, this playlist has got 40 videos that I made throughout 2023. So, 40 different Plush videos I made during 2023, basically. 2 less than 2022. And so, it is the same exact amount. So, the plan that we're going to do exactly the same as the 2022 one is basically just skip a few Plush videos so we don't, like, waste so much time, you know, and so we can get through the stream as fast as possible, you know, but not too much. No, and I do not want to know. Will then, why do you... Hold up. Whose ones are you talking about exactly, SpongeMan Gaming 86? So I guess without further ado, we are pretty much going to hop into this. So yeah, I want to make sure the audio is not as loud as well for this stream, because during the 2022 one, you actually couldn't, like, hear my commentary as clearly, and the video was, like, the same amount of volume as my commentary. So yeah, I'm going to try and keep it low this time. So yeah, let's hop into it now, though. Alright, so we start off, Mr. Krabs and the Krusty Hospital. First SpongeBob Plush video of the year. And so, this intro right here is another classic one. I pretty much had from late 2022 all the way up to the same exact time. Like, from November 2022 to a year later, basically, before I ended up started changing it to the Christmas special, with the old profile still being in there as well. What a country or something, SpongeMan Gaming 86. And stop bringing up my birthday, me master! Right, so yeah, let's get into this.
Mr. Krabs and the Krusty Hospital.
Oh my god, my voice, man. I'm not gonna lie, I still sound so young even at the beginning of 2023, honestly. Like, this is just me just coming out of my 2022 self. And you know, at the beginning of this year, 2023, I still sound so young, honestly. But I definitely still improve as the year goes on, honestly.
I just finished my back surgery at the hospital, and look at what.
And my Mr. Krabs impression is still nowhere near as great as what it is a few months later,
Mr. Krabs,
into 2023, that is.
Excited about receiving a $10,000 bill.
7 people now.
No, I'm not happy about that. I'm happy about how much money these hospitals can charge people.
So yeah, I think you guys can hear me properly.
Yeah, what about it? Well, just imagine how much money I...
So yeah, with this Plush video, guys, this was where I took my Plush series to the next level, guys. And let's actually skip some parts so I can actually reveal this. So, this was one tough thing to do for this video, as for the first time, I think, in this Plush series, I made these guys actually wear hats for the first time. Or no, maybe there's been one other time in the past where I've actually made them wear hats, but it's not been, like, handcrafted like I did. So basically, all of these doctor hats, basically, I just handcrafted myself, just to make them become as doctors. And so, for how good they turned out, despite Patrick's, because it's in a cone shape, I'm still great for how it turned out, really. But yeah, like I said, this was the first big test for my Plush series, honestly. And the plotter came up with it, honestly.
I can't believe we're being forced to become a hospital with no experience whatsoever.
Even my Squidward impression, I can agree, is a little bit more, you know, childish than what it would be now, you know, honestly.
Don't worry, Squidward.
Or at least as 2023 goes on.
Just learn along the way.
But yeah.
Patrick is so stupid.
But if we skip some more parts, a hammer is involved. You can see the back of his hat there. A hammer is involved in this video, which for the first time, I believe, there's some violence going on in this, which my parents pointed out on this video. But honestly, I just went along with it, you know, and just said it's for the viewers, and people, like, still enjoyed it no matter what. Organising stock items on site, surprise. Wait, I just got a new one of my organising stock items. Oh, really? Oh my god. But what made you bring up that you're going to go to Jero Paradise? Now viewer-wise has gone back down to one person. It literally zoomed up a minute ago. But yeah. Basically, if you all don't know this dog's name, I named him Mike in the past, and so I still do now. But there was another dog plushie I owned before that was named Mike, but I decided to name this guy Mike now. And so yeah, Patrick basically had to sort out this guy's problem with a broken leg, and so And so basically the plot with this, I don't want to spoil it too much, is he decides to break the other leg. And that has got to hurt, honestly. But that's why I took it to the next level, guys, my plush series.
Now both of your legs are broken, so you don't need to worry about walking anymore.
And I made these, and this was pretty much the first time I made these jokes up that Patrick made up, you know, for good.
But Squidward, if I didn't break the other leg, it would have felt left out. It would have been the only leg that wasn't broken.
Like a made-up thing that Patrick just made up. So basically from that point on, I feel as if Patrick was becoming more stupid and ridiculous in my plush series than normal, you know, than the previous 2 years. And I already knew that when making this video, honestly, but yeah.
What are you even talking about? Ugh, Patrick is so stupid.
Man.
Well, what are we going to do now?
I will point out that my voice impressions there are nowhere near as high as what they are in like my 2021 content, of course. But it still sounds so young though for the beginning of 2023. It definitely improves, as I just mentioned, guys, throughout the year. It definitely changes throughout the year, which we'll get into later.
SpongeBob, do you know how bad this is?
And this was also the first time, this was also the first plushie of mine where Alexander, which is his name, by the way, guys, basically became the new policeman in my plush series, basically, for like, you know, this was his first appearance as a policeman, I'm going to be honest, guys.
Oh, really? Give a check out to who? Oh,
Merry Christmas, by the way, I know that it's your birthday at first. Well, no, it's not really. My birthday isn't actually really anywhere near Christmas anyway. SpongeMan Gaming 86. And Christmas is still a month away yet, but yeah. But I still love the hat styles I went with these characters, though. That's just honestly my favourite thing about just looking at these plushes right now. Just the hats I gave for them, you know. There's very rarely some people who do this stuff, you know, so you've got to give it into account. It means that I'm moving on to something else that you're not onto, something that you not want anyone. Okay, well, this doesn't have to do with war or something then, at least. Because depending on what country you are, depending on what country you actually are from or live in, maybe it could explain why, but, you know, or whatever you're up to, just, oh my.
So, yeah.
What is this world like, honestly?
This is totally a knife.
This was real violence, honestly, that my parents really did not like. Just a knife being involved as a flu shot, honestly. And so I had nothing else to really go along with it. And, you know, I didn't actually give it to him just to make it even more offensive. But, you know, it was the best I did. I didn't actually, like, poke it inside him. But he saw already that it was a knife. And so he immediately wanted the manager in him. If you all want to know the truth of this video, then it's up on the channel for you guys.
I'll go and get him.
So yeah.
Supposed to be two.
Oh, and then this was the stage here when he had to get a medical degree. And the only problem, actually, guys, I'll actually point this out. What is the missing thing from this medical degree? What is the missing thing? I'll actually give you guys a moment to question before we move on to the next plush video. We've got a lot to get through in this stream. Saying goodbye to your auntie. Oh, you've been round your aunties today. Well, not much despite us talking about, you know, the first plush video of the 2023 series, basically. And also, still Thanksgiving weekend. Well, yeah, for Americans it is. I was going to put a point out to all my American YouTube friends, wishing them a Thanksgiving message, but yeah. Either way, John, glad you're here. So yeah.
There's only one E at the end.
The problem with it is the degree word is spelt wrong. Yes, there's only one E instead of two.
Supposed to be two. Sir, you're coming with me.
And so Mr. K's revenge was getting hit with his whole body with a hammer. And the only people that didn't pretty much like this were my parents, honestly, at the time. I remember showing them this video. Even that scream of Mr. Krabs is nowhere near as nuts or as good as it could be now, you know. At least it still sounds so high.
Well, my work here is done. Would you like some toilet paper for your body?
Toilet paper was used for it. But yeah. Alright, so that's the first one. Now moving straight on to the second one. Patrick steals the car. This was the first plush video of mine, guys. Let's also point this out. This was the first ever SpongeBob plush video of mine to be filmed outside only and not filmed inside at all for the entire video, basically. What, did John block you? I mean, yes, I can see why, but even at the beginning of 2023, like these two videos right here, I still sound so young, but my voice impression has definitely improved as the year went on, you know, which I said I'll get into later on.
I hope you have a safe journey home, and
I had to make out this was Mr. Krabs' house at the time, but this was in reality my house, you know, just outside the back garden, really. There was only one time in this year that I went to my grandparents' house to, like, you know, make out it was Mr. Krabs' house, you know, but yeah.
It's kind of annoying. But SpongeBob, you have to pay me lots, probably like $1,000.
And his first complaint of the year over a bill. But yeah.
This is gonna be
Okay, anyways, so yeah. Filming my plushes right on the road in the middle of my street. This is, take into account, guys, this is how long I've already spent living in this neighbourhood just thinking of it. That's just how fast time has flown. Not just since I moved in here, but since these videos came out. In just like 2 months from now, it's going to be 2 years since all of these videos came out, basically, which is ridiculous. My old wallet as well at the time.
Oh, actually.
And this was my old car at the time as well, guys, that Patrick decided to end up stealing for himself.
It looks free.
I remember how cold it was on this day as well, though, guys, that the clothes I was wearing, as well, by the way, guys, was, yes, a normal jumper, but it was getting so short for me that it was no good, and, like, this is getting even worse. Well, at least try and not forget about what's going on right now, Sponge Man. At least, like, just put everything aside for you now and, like, enjoy what's going on in the stream, is what I will say, honestly. My best thought for you. Oh, I didn't mean to mute it.
Oh, I might as well take it now, as it's free.
And thinks it's free already. Sausage the policeman, which Sausage, I named him since I first got him the first day I got him in my hands. And so, yeah, that's always what I've named him as, guys. And so, yeah, basically, blocked you because of how you're acting nowadays. Honestly, I heavily agree with what you're saying, John Murray. I haven't done it myself yet, but all I've been constantly saying to him is trying to get him back to his normal self as he used to be, but it's literally just not worked. But yeah. But again, John, I was going to point this out for when I get to the you know what milestone, that you really have helped out with me this year than probably any of the other YouTubers, because I was with SpongeBob Gamer 45, who was one of the most true friends for me back in like the 2022 days and that stuff. And so, I know this is not on topic to the stream, but she was one of the true friends I used to have. And since we haven't talked as much now, despite I still get to watch her content, but my comments of mine don't pop up on her end, you're actually one of the next closest people that I can actually get along with, you know. At least mostly for these streams or anywhere else, you know. I'm not taking any other reaction requests this stream. I'm not doing anything else different to the theme of the stream today.
Time I go out to the
So yeah, this guy wasn't a policeman at the time, but basically, yeah, this was mostly his first appearance of the year. In a visitor's bay as well, a visitor's parking space is where he put his car, basically. Even though at this time he wasn't a policeman.
Is that a pink starfish? Hey, come back with my car. Hey.
And I used a random car zooming away sound effect for it. And made out Patrick had a ride back home with his car, which at the time, which I normally do nowadays, I normally film inside the car while my parents are driving it. But at the time I was just filming outside and, you know, never felt that bothered in, you know, filming inside the car and doing that kind of stuff, you know, so...
Buy a new car with money when you can just take someone else's car. But why, Patrick? You don't even have the keys to this car. Oh, yes.
SpongeBob will complain even more about it than he did back here now.
SpongeBob! To come back.
And actually, I think Patrick's first arrest of the year was this right here.
Without anyone just telling you to. So yes, you're under arrest.
Yeah, this was his first arrest of the year.
What did I do?
When he tries to act out he did nothing up. And then during the end of this video, this was our new car this time, this bright good red one. And so... we had this car for pretty much, yes, a year before getting our hands on the newer one that we have now. And so, for at the time, I loved it as much. It was still uncomfortable to filming for my Christmas special, which I'll get into in a good while. Greener. Welcome, I guess, Greener, to the stream. Anyway, so yeah, right, well, Patrick is so dumb, of course. He's getting arrested, exactly. But as I said, guys, this was the first ever plush video of mine to be filmed outside early and no inside scenes, you know. There's a fun fact. Right, Patrick and the Kidnapper. So, as you all will be aware, if you all were new from this time a year ago, I made a second part of this, but this is the first part that I decided to make, where Patrick, yes, got kidnapped and was taken by Beaky, but sent this note out, and so basically, we are going to skip a couple plush videos after this one, by the way, guys. And so, yeah, he sent this note out through a video link, wanting him to watch this video of how he got kidnapped and that stuff. And so at the time, I named himself with a P in his name, when in reality, he's got a B in his name and not a P. But for most of my life, I thought it was a P in his name, really. And the 1195 are actually the numbers in my username, which I decided to just name again in this, like, username again, really, guys.
Go to this video link.
And this was the first plush video of mine as well, guys, to be filmed on the phone that I use today, guys, by the way.
What? Patrick got kidnapped? What's the video link to watch?
My Chromebook at the time.
Hello, SpongeBob. I kidnapped your friend Patrick.
Spooky!
If you want him back, come to me and give me $1,000. If you do not give me the money, you will never see your friend again. Your choice. SpongeBob, please help me! Oh no, I gotta go save Patrick.
So yeah, alright, I'm just listening to the stream again on my phone to see if you can hear properly. But yeah, that's basically the statement he gave to SpongeBob for the first time. And so, mostly, it's just him and Mr. K going around the place, just asking people if they think they've kidnapped Patrick in some ways. And so, because SpongeBob couldn't read the description properly, or the note properly of who it was in the note, basically, when you could see his name. And so, basically, I just need to know what time I need to get back to the next meeting. Well, I don't think that's really my problem, SpongeMan, because I know nothing about, like, what you're really going on about. How's the stream doing now, actually, while we're here? 29 viewers, but still only 4 likes. Where are the likes going nowadays? I swear, likes are dropping down even more now on the streams, I feel. But so yeah.
With all of Beaky's toys, so I bought a Nerf gun just in case.
The same exact Nerf gun I also used in that one bathroom cleaning episode, by the way, in the November 2022 days.
SpongeBob.
So I just had to make out this was Florida next, basically, with both Beaky and Henry at stake about to be beaten up.
What? A Nerf gun?
Also, I don't know if you guys can see this. Look at this down here, the floorboards. These were my old floorboards that I still have in my room right now. But these were the old floorboards I used to own in both my living room and kitchen. That later in that year had to be changed to grey ones due to them breaking apart. But yeah, just so much nostalgia, just for real.
God, stop it! Where is Patrick?
So much change and so much, you know, as I said, guys, went on in this year, as I have said a million times. I haven't seen this episode, but I know it's Beaky that's the kidnapper. Well, basically, it's a two-part special, is what I'll point out, John.
Not so fast, you guys. Quick.
And this is the first stage where Henry himself got beaten up with fake bullets, but yeah. And he got some nice, climbing here on my, stool right here. Yeah, so basically, the first part of this, when they arrive at their Florida home, is basically just, yeah, beating up Henry completely, because he thinks he's the one behind this with Beaky.
Please help! He's been making me watch non-stop episodes of the Beaky and Henry show.
And what Patrick says here about the Beaky and Henry show is basically, when I was so young, guys, when I was like 8 or 9 years old, I always used to make all of these videos on my old phone, my really old phone from 2015, with my, Beaky Henry toys and involving my dad as well. And so I wanted to point that out again in this video because it was just my childhood dream doing that stuff. I wish I could show it to you guys, but all of those videos have been automatically deleted for some reason.
Mr. Krabs, we're not giving you the one.
And so the way Mr. K beat up Beaky completely in this video is I made him shoot him with just one bullet though. Like, boom.
Nerf guns! I have been defeated!
Well, yes, more SpongeBob Plush videos exactly, SpongeMan, but only another 19 more, as I pointed out already on my community tab and possibly mostly through my Discord server. I can remember so well when Spongy Collector also reacted to this video, guys. I still have the video saved on my Recorder app, and so I screen recorded the time he reacted to this video on stream, just like a few weeks later, I believe. So yeah, I remember when he reacted to this so well, basically. It was incredible.
So, SpongeBob, since I'm free now, do you want to go back to the...
His only other friend he had at the time, I think, in that stream, was Super Spongy Skyler, I believe is his name. But yeah, that's basically that.
And we're back in third quarter planning.
And now, okay, I get interrupted by Grammy again. We are actually going to skip a few Plush videos now, guys, or else we'll be here all day again, as I already pointed out, because we're already half an hour into the stream. Maybe they were deleted because of storage space. Well, I mean, I did already delete a good decent amount, but the thing is, when I close out that phone completely, it powers off and I turn it on again, it always has to scan the SD card it comes with before I get access to the videos. And so, when that happens, nothing really gets deleted, but for the last, couple of months, when it's done that, it's just gotten rid of the videos for no reason. Or maybe there is a reason, but I just can't figure it out. So, yeah. So we're going to skip a few Plush videos now, but basically, these were the first few February videos of mine, basically, Valentine's Day special, and you guys can go and see how special it was, and what I put into it, on this playlist, as well as my entire SpongeBob Plush series playlist as well. We're going to continue on with the Mr. Krabs and the sleepover video, though, from near the end of 2020, near the end of February 2023, where basically Mr. Krabs is inviting the whole gang basically to come over for a sleepover at his house basically for all of the hard work at a random time of the week basically when there's been nothing special going on. But I just made it up, honestly.
Patrick, where did you come from?
I made out Patrick came in through the ceiling in this episode though, guys. But yeah. But here it is, guys. Sleepover time. So this, of course, is my... Maybe they were deleted. Yeah. So yeah, this is my grandparents' house at the time, guys. And so this is where I always used to make out it was Mr. Krabs' house. And so at the time, there was basically no one living here. But we always used to come here at random times just to collect stuff, really. To drop off, really, to my... Really, and so these would be the only stages where I can film with Mr. K here, you know, his proper house, really. And so I don't really know now if there's going to be any stages in the future where I'm going to go back to this house or not to film any more, videos of these, because the house is going on sale very soon, or it might already have been, and so at the time I think someone else is going to get their hands on it now, and so it's like a real disappointment because I made a good decent amount of videos in this house, and was the main reason how I started making plush videos outside of my house, you know, but yeah. This video goes to show, though, how much I filmed in this house, though, guys. Like, I made the effort with this video.
My boys are here.
I made the doorbell go off. Those big chairs I used to have in the house as well, or, you know.
7 seconds late.
This used to be the office as well, or a little study, basically.
Good evening, boys. Are you ready for what will be a crazy evening? Oh, you bet, Mr. Krabs.
So yeah, and coming inside the house, Mr. K just threw him in the house. Threw Mr. Squidward threw in the house completely.
We're gonna watch some SpongeBob SquarePants.
And Mr. K really wanted the whole lot to watch SpongeBob himself before actually going on about the Patrick Star show a couple of, I think, plush videos later.
That show hasn't even started.
And later on in this video,
come on, boys.
Coming into the staircase, well, I actually do love the colour of the staircase, honestly, and the pattern that goes into it, honestly. Just makes it look good, honestly.
At last, I can be in a peaceful room by myself.
So yeah, as I just said, guys, this was possibly the only SpongeBob plush video of mine from my grandparents' house to actually film through most of the house, really, you know, unlike any of my other ones. And Mr. K really wanted the opportunity to just let everyone sleep in the same bed. This next plot I made out is 3 AM. The last few 2023 plush videos are the ones I'm really looking forward to reacting to. So, from my 300 sub special to the Christmas special, I think is what you're maybe saying, John.
Can't wait to get out of here.
At the time, I still had friends like SpongeBob Gamer 45, Spongy Collector, SpongeBob #1 Fan 2004, and Usman at the time when making these videos as well, guys. But yeah, later on, he basically kicks them all out of his bed, and so the next thing I came up with was them going inside his garage, and so, or garage if you're in America, I'm sorry for my accent, and basically, this was my old blue car at the time, guys, that is featured in probably my 2022 videos, and so at the time it was starting to really not look as good, or we never used it as much, and so a few weeks later it got smashed completely, and so we always kept it in my grandparents' house at the time, so I made out they had to sleep in it at the time, and that was just perfect, honestly, I'm going to be honest. And then roll on a couple of months later, which we'll get into later on the house party episode, the car is gone, basically. Right, we're going to skip through this now, because I've mentioned quite a lot already.
Good morning.
Beeps the horn a lot.
Time, boys. It's morning.
And I make Mr. Krabs have the ability to open the garage door.
You
I was just so proud of how this video turned out, honestly, at the time. I still am today, honestly, I will admit.
Why are you sleeping inside my car? Well, maybe that's because you were snoring so loudly, and plus, you pushed us all out of your beds to sleep.
So yeah.
Squidward,
And Squidward had no idea. This shot right here, I made out there were 3 other bedrooms in the house, and there was already anyway, but I made out that these 3 had no idea that there were any, because I wanted to make out it was so dark in the hallway, and so they couldn't see, really. I didn't point this out in the video, but yeah, that's what I just came up with. And finally, they get their bill for sleeping in the house, basically. Like, look at all these prices, guys. Just take a moment to take them all in. That's what they get for spending a night in his house, when it was his idea to bring them all over to his house, you know, for the sleepover.
I can do a trick.
And this final shot, I make them all run away from his house.
You didn't pay my bill.
And Mr. K's after them completely to get the bill. And that's it, basically. But that was a banger of a video. The YouTube channel video, right, Patrick makes a YouTube channel. This one was actually quite a struggle to make, but I'm proud of how it turned out because I wanted to let Patrick have the ability to make a similar YouTube channel as me, and already he did at the time, but I made out that this was his first time making a YouTube channel, and so at this time, he was watching one of Mr. Beast's videos, and at the time, he had 136 million subs, and so now, taking into account he almost has 200 million more, which is insane. And so he was watching the slime video, basically. Taking into account how many viewers he received.
Whoa! Look at all those viewers he's got.
I mean, I can't take into account what you're actually talking about, SpongeMan, but alright, I guess.
Yeah, I guess if you make entertaining videos, you'll get a bunch of viewers and a lot of fans. Fans?
So yeah, basically he had no idea what other content to make, so he took all of SpongeBob's content ideas. First would be some gameplay videos, and that would be on the new edition, Nickelodeon Car Racers 3, which isn't new now, but complain completely on.
This game sucks. I'm done. 0 out of 10. Doesn't even let me drive.
Which he complained so much about, and so his second decision was to do a night challenge in Squidward's house, which failed completely. And I remember the night before recording all of this, and the first time this is I think the first time I actually recorded a scene of my Plush video, a nighttime scene of my Plush video, actually during the night, where it's all pitch black out, so it made it perfect, you know.
Get out!
Yeah, another impression of get out of my house, but only get out! Like, I don't think I could do it as good as that. You could see my other plushes in the background at the time as well.
YouTube stuff is so confusing.
And then Patrick's final decision, I made up, was for him to hack Mr. Beast's channel in thinking he has control of the channel now, and to got 30 million viewers on thinking like, this was his first ever video outside of Mr. Beast's, so yeah.
And I hacked Mr. Beast's channel, so now you can all watch me.
Man. What, you're not a fan of Thanksgiving, SpongeMan? Get ready for the Thanksgiving it. What makes you not actually like it as much then, if you are American, SpongeMan? Why is the first thing you say my birthday, John? And I don't mean you, John Murray. I mean the other John.
So I'm going to be making all kinds of...
So yeah, what a crazy idea Patrick just came across I made up with this. Him hacking Mr. Beast's channel.
Why would you hack Mr. Beast?
And so later on, I made up all of his fans came to his house to beat him up completely.
Oh, Patrick, what?
So yeah. Man, alright, now I think we're going to skip another couple of Plush videos and see which ones actually I like. Actually, let's get on with St. Patrick's Day first, and then we'll skip a few other Plush videos to the 200 sub special. So, this one is my one-off St. Patrick's Day special that I came up with a plot with this time a year ago. Mr. Krabs basically wanted to make clover patties for St. Patrick's Day, and so... Oh my gosh. Stop bringing up my birthday in the stream, Matthew! Everyone's bringing it up! Honestly, John, is it? Yeah. 6 people. For all the new people coming in the stream, do me a huge favour and press the like button. I want to see it going up a bit more. Because I don't want to just do this just for 1 or 2 other people just come here to just like it, you know. So yeah, this is it basically. And so the plot I came up with is Patrick just randomly thought he was going to be the chosen one for St. Patrick's Day. And so...
There's a lot of reasons why I'm the chosen one.
So he made up that he had reasons for why he thought he was the chosen one. I will take into account also that my voice at the time, I think it's starting to get a little bit more better than in January. I can't tell though, possibly it is though, but yeah. One of those reasons though is that he has a clover pattern on his pants. If no one else has just realised this, who else here has only just realised that Patrick has always had a clover pattern on his pants? Because it makes sense with being St. Patrick's Day, you know.
Yes, SpongeBob, you see, it's a clover, so that means I'm the chosen one.
So yeah.
Did he say he?
And then apparently, I made so randomly, everyone just randomly appear to take Patrick with them for a big day of work. And a very blurry restaurant image I randomly decided to put in, which was Patrick's masterpiece he randomly came across. I had the idea for.
No. Please tell me I'm in a dream.
Are you talking about the happy birthday joke? Yes, it's Pet Squad fans' joke that he brought up all along in the first place, basically.
You're not.
SpongeMan.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
And the plot after that was basically, they all end up outside and the Krusty Krab was destroyed or took down completely, all because of Patrick. His restaurant being right beside theirs, and so they couldn't have it.
Now how am I going to make money now? First, Hello and welcome to Bikini Bottom.
And this was the first time I had a Bikini Bottom news report in one of my videos, or at least a presenter presenting something really on one of my Plush videos. You know what I mean, guys. The first one being Zergy, of course, thinking that the new president of Bikini Bottom was Mr. Patrick Star, which they named him president at the time, just for one day only though.
What do you have to say?
I can also remember how wet it was on this day, but I still filmed stuff outside.
I like mayonnaise.
So yeah.
At least $5 for
$5. Really tried to be the boss for a single day. Took Squidward snacks as well, because he thinks he's reached the limited amount of snacks, you know. And near the end of the video, gets real serious, where I made this plot up of Patrick deciding to build a ginormous rocket, trying to destroy a planet to build his own St. Patrick's Day planet, and it was ridiculous, but yeah.
What? You built a massive rocket ship? Why do you even have that?
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're going to destroy a planet and replace it.
Who is John Murray? I guess he's the only guy that has been playing the last couple of weeks, so... Well, no, he's only really a Minecraft YouTuber, I'm going to be honest, SpongeMan, who showcases all of his tutorials he goes through, mostly on Baby TV is what it says in his description, and mostly does annual Halloween, Christmas specials and that kind of stuff, so mostly he's just a Minecraft tutorial YouTuber. So I think you're wrong there with that.
My new St. Patrick's Day planet. Really, Patrick? All this you're doing today? We'll get some sleep.
This big explosion of sound I made here.
Ow! What was that?
And then it just cuts here.
Are you up to something again?
I made it cut here without actually, you know, letting it play still for the rest of the clip or the scene, you know.
Patrick, what are you doing now?
Fun fact, so while making this, scene right here, on the night of the 17th of March, St. Patrick's Day for real, Train Lover was actually streaming on this night, I believe, and so I had him in the background. I had his stream still playing in the background while I still made these cutscenes, because I was too afraid at the time to leave his streams, you know, and, you know, not chat for at least, like, 5 minutes, you know. So I just, you know, kept my phone aside and, you know, just, left it there while doing these cutscenes, so I could still chat with him while doing this, you know.
No.
And he immediately Googled it up, saying that Patrick destroyed his planet.
Excuse me? Do you know what time it is? It's 11:59.
And the funny thing I made up here is that it's 11:59 PM, which means St. Patrick's Day was officially almost about to come to an end. And SpongeBob was hyped about it. And I'll let the video roll with it, so you guys can know why. It hits midnight.
Yes! You know what that means, Patrick. You know what that means. It means it's not your day anymore. Yes!
So everyone was always going on about Patrick, basically. I made this plot up of, him being the chosen one, and they would actually agree with what he wants to do. And then once it strokes midnight...
What? No, who even are you?
Zergy doesn't even understand him now, all because it's not the actual St. Patrick's Day. Neither does Policeman Alexander. And this funny thing I just made up, the day after St. Patrick's Day, I made up was going to be St. SpongeBob's Day. So yeah.
I'm going to have a fun day tomorrow, Patrick.
And SpongeBob just went along with it and just had a laugh, saying he's now going to be the boss of Bikini Bottom for a day. Anyways, with now that being done, let's skip another few. So, what I will say about the Mr. Krabs and the credit card video, though, is that this was pretty much the first SpongeBob Plush video of mine to be filmed inside my car, you know, actual scenes filmed inside my car. And I know what you guys are going to be saying. George, you literally just did that in your Steal the Car video, the Patrick Steals the Car video. Well, I get that. But basically, I didn't film as much stuff or actually got a good angle inside that car than I did in the credit card video, basically. So, yeah. Again, guys, if you want to know the truth about that video, it is up on there. As is all of the other videos, basically. But for now, we're going to move on to the Great Bikini Bottom Race. The first subscriber special of mine of 2023. And let me tell you guys, while these ads play, it was honestly one of the most massive challenges for me to, you know, produce this video, make it for you guys, and here's how it went down. So basically, there was this big crowd here with all of the SpongeBob characters that got together with this news about the Great Bikini Bottom Race happening, and so I made SpongeBob and Patrick apply for it. And so basically how it went down was I had to get 4 or 5 different cars of mine, whatever they looked like, or trucks. I remember at this time, this was already going to be the plot I wanted to make for my Bikini Bottom, this was already wanted to, oh god, there's so much I'm already going on about, guys, but yeah. Sorry for what, though? You're not, I mean, you've done absolutely nothing wrong, really. SpongeMan. Ignore that buzzing in the background, guys. That's my buzzer that always goes off whenever someone's at my door. Alright, it's gone off now. If I were you, I would get more people to control the vehicles in the race. I mean, they were really, but yeah. I mean, they were really, but yeah. Anyways, right, getting into this now. So at this time when making this special, I already knew the Great Bikini Bottom Race was going to be the plot and title of my video, and I already knew everything I was going to do about it. But before doing this special, I had to order 2 truck toys because I didn't have as many car toys at the time to film this special at, so I had to get my parents to order them. And so a couple of days later, yes, they arrived, but yeah, once they arrived, I had to get all of these different car toys I had out, basically, for all of these different characters, and so, basically, this was one of the first scenes I did in my patio, where the start line and finish line was going to be, basically. So, yeah.
Drive cars? Yeah, I guess it isn't a car.
And Patrick made this idea up that SpongeBob doesn't have a driving license, but he decided that because it was a truck and not a car, he should still have the right to drive it, and SpongeBob went with it.
Yes. Come on, Patrick, let's win this cup. Put you all down. Here we go.
Sam as well at the time being the presenter. If you guys don't know, this boy I actually named him was Sam, and I still have.
3, 2.
Mario Kart noises there.
Come on, Henry, let's go. What? Beaky, why are you wanting to leave early? Just go, you stupid bird.
I wanted Beaky to leave 2 seconds early, so it made it be ridiculous. Because at this time, like from the beginning of 2023 onwards, Beaky was starting to become a proper mean bird, I believe, really. And yeah, he was just betraying Henry a lot, you know.
Come on, Patrick, we better go.
And this is where the race went serious. So I was filming all of these scenes, by the way, guys, on my driveway. And this was such a bad idea, I'm going to be honest, because there were cars coming constantly this time, because this was a random weekday. I don't know which day it was exactly, but this was a random weekday in the middle of April, and so, at the beginning of April, and so, there were cars coming all the time, and I couldn't tell which side of the neighbourhood they were going to go into, and so, I had a terrifying thing of thinking, like, I was terrified about thinking, like, oh my god, don't tell me I'm going to have to stop this scene and wait for this car and guy to go in the house and that stuff. And there were cases where that did happen, unfortunately. But, you know, after it happened, it didn't happen for another good while, but yeah. And I couldn't tell how loud this would be, so I kept turning the audio of this up and down. Yeah, because I couldn't tell how loud it would be on the actual video, on the actual page, and so it was alright, but I just got terrified, really. The Mario item blocks, as I also used in my 100 sub special, but they look much more better than my 100 sub special. Like, not oval shape this time, the proper square shape they're supposed to be in. You can still see some of the green screen effects, though, in the background, though, which, yes, it is a difference, guys, that it's in a square shape this time, as it is supposed to be, but you can still see the background in it. And I made the prize, be in a square shape on the top left screen center. It definitely gets much better this year though, guys, which we won't go on about this stream, but we will in my 2024 commentary stream. So I had a random banana skin that I just randomly decided to use after my parents ate one, and so that was a decision for me to use at the time as the banana skin for the race. And so and also, there was oil left on the driveway that my parents didn't like about this, but yeah. Basically, and so, so I had no green shell or something, so I just had to use this green football that I've owned since I was a kid, and so, that was the main thing I really used, as the green shell, basically, for them to be defeated on. But they avoided it, basically.
You guys are so terrible.
Oh, you've named yourself back to Plushy God now. Alright then, Matthew. Even though you are named, your original name was Plushy God, but I'm probably just gonna... I might just well name you as that for now, but yeah, welcome I guess back, welcome back either way. Right now we're discussing the 200 sub special. We had the mushroom effect, which, I didn't have any, like, car zoom effects for this, really. I just went along with it and made them rush on the pavement. To make out they were going completely fast.
I hope you have a blast.
And this bomb effect, I just mostly had to cut out all of the white screen effects. Red shells in Mario Kart. Well, yeah, I can see why, because red shells directly go to all of the races in Mario Kart either way. Green shells, you just have to get the aiming right, you know. Explosion effects for this right here, I just had a circle shape instead of what I would normally do right now. I knew nothing about getting rid of green screen effects still back at the time, so I just used that. Moving on, Sergey just had this red car basically that ran out of fuel, petrol or gas, whatever country you live in, and decided to steal Beaky and Henry's little truck, threw them out of the way. And in the following scene, I don't know why I thought of this completely, but I decided for him to be on the stairs back with his old car and didn't start, so he just decided to give up on the race. And then also at the time, Mike the dog right here ended up snatching SpongeBob's keys for his own flat, and so it was now his mission to get it back. Defeated him completely. And so, yeah, basically just got the keys back and were pretty much the only people in the race that won the trophy, basically. You can also tell how dark it was getting as well. This was the last scene I filmed during the day of work of this special, guys. But yeah, I do honestly feel like this was one of the hardest subscriber specials to do than some of my other ones, honestly. There are a couple, but this is one of the hardest, you know. There are a couple other harder ones, but yeah. You can tell it was getting dark in this stage because this was like almost 8 PM. And so I filmed pretty much for 4 hours straight, including a Great Bikini Bottom Race Champions poster. I should have put more effort into, but I couldn't be bothered. And got a confetti cannon for this. Leaving a big complete mess on my patio for the whole night, but yeah. I was absolutely frustrated and tired after all of it.
Hey Patrick, for all of your help yesterday, you helped us win this trophy.
So yeah. It was an impossible, but yet a really incredible special to make. Again, it was really tough, but I'm proud of how it turned out, you know. Right, let's see. I guess we'll now move on to Patrick and the Coronation Day video, which this video, guys, was to mark one of the rarest moments of, oh my god, this intro. Yeah, I use this intro a lot up until, November of 2023, but I changed the video-wise that it's used in the intro, basically, but the music isn't changed until later in the year, but basically. So yeah, this Coronation Day video was to mark with one of the rarest occasions, yes, in the country, that being King Charles's coronation, and so I wanted to mark that with this right here, and so, here's how it played out, basically.
It's actually the King's coronation today. King Charles, king again. What? No, Patrick.
And Patrick tried to be lazy completely about it, but the plot it went with completely. So I had this, let's look at this. Oh, welcome Archie 2. We're right now on the Coronation Day video of my 2023 playlist. Oh, you have seen it then, John. Alright, cool. But yeah, so with this, I went out on pretty much, I think it was the days leading up to the coronation, where basically we had these two go out onto their patio.
Oh, wait, Patrick, I see some guards coming. Left, right, left, right.
Where I had a royal guard plush for the first time in one of my plush videos, or any of my videos overall, that appeared, which was great, honestly, because this is what I really did need, honestly, for a video like this. Despite I didn't have a bunch of these, this was the only one I had, but I had to make out he had a whole army of guards behind him, but weren't really coming. And used the whole marching sound effect.
Oh, SpongeBob, the parade is there. Maybe I should join in with
Alright, John. I think most people were. I think it was around 25-something million people who watched it. I'm probably wrong, but yeah. Left, right, left, right. This would be the same thing all the time, but yeah.
Oh, this is so much fun.
And I had to make out Patrick just join the army of it, really.
Oh, I'm loving it so much. Wow.
and made out the guard just bumped completely into him and was kicked out of the parade, basically. I made him go all over my garden and around my driveway, basically. Then you come back inside where I've set up the entire coronation set, basically. A whole bunch of plates to candles to flags and all these kind of stuff. So I'm grateful for this as well because, you know, I couldn't have asked for anything better to do to make this Coronation Day video, you know.
These mugs.
But here's where the video gets serious, guys. Zergy right here, I made out was real dumb and thought that Patrick was King Charles. And I'm going to play the video for it so you guys understand.
What? I don't know. Your Majesty, welcome to your coronation.
See what I mean? We got a different king in store right here before King Charles instead.
King now, sir? Yes. Your Majesty.
And Patrick didn't care. He went along with it, really. I think at first he wanted to be king, but couldn't. But then he was pleased for the role.
It's time for you to take your seat. Now, King, this coronation is actually for me. Yay!
Absolutely. And so basically, there's the setup. So I just had a heart. I basically had a heart pillow of mine, along with a little jacket right here that I think worked a little perfect for the coronation. With a not so good throne, but it's the best I could do because we're in my table at the time. Along with a star balloon. This was the best coronation setup I could have in my little living room right here, but yeah.
Oh, this is relaxing. To have some lovely cake.
That was dumb of Zergy.
So tasty, especially
His name's actually spelt like S-E-R-G-E-I, John Murray, by the way. If you're not aware. But yeah, like you say, yeah, he is dumb, honestly. Sausage the policeman, which at the time I still didn't make him as a policeman, but I still gathered a whole bunch of other plushes of mine, wearing the hats, of course.
Your Majesty, please make your way to the throne.
And now we get into the serious part. You ready for this, guys? The rarest moment of history of my channel, where Patrick becomes king.
Good afternoon to you all. Welcome to one of the biggest events in history.
Zergy? Yeah, it does kind of sound like it, but it isn't, honestly.
The coronation of King Charles III. But he looks kind of weird.
Well, obviously, because he's not King Charles III. I mean, I wanted to make it something weird, but yeah. And this is basically the intro I made up for the opening of the coronation. The crown, which at the time, my auntie sent me this crown from my classic primary school, which I really also did need for this video, because I had no other one. Or I did, but the other one I had I couldn't find. It was nowhere to be found in my house. So this worked out perfectly. And I can't thank her again for sending it to me. And him greeting along with all of his friends. Or his crowd. And there's the title.
Oh, I'm about to make history right now.
And at this stage, I brought the entire crew into set, basically. And this character right here, I named himself Rory the Tiger at the time, and I still do now. But yeah, this is basically possibly the only plush video he's been featured in. And so, I don't know if there's any plans for me to bring him back in the finale or not. But, yeah, this is one of his appearance, along with every single other plush character I could find that's made their appearance in the series so far from this point. And so the guard had the honours of giving Zergy the crown, saluting him. But can you tell, guys, how proud I was with this, honestly? Like, I'm never going to be able to make a video like this again. Well, unless you know something happens to King Charles and then it ends up being William next. I'm not going to say anything because that's just being, rude. But yeah, this is the only, real coronation video I'm probably ever going to make for this plush series, What does that mean, SpongeMan?
What the?
And SpongeBob arrives just in time for the big moment. Where, boys? Your boy Patrick gets officially crowned. And you all want to know how long he was king for? Let's look at this. 7 minutes 26 seconds he's crowned.
You are officially now king. For the rest of my life? What? I didn't apply to do this. Get out.
He throws his hat and he was pretty much officially king for 35 seconds. He was king for 35... No, he reigned for 35 seconds, guys, basically.
This is a stupid party.
And then got arrested for it.
King, when King Charles is supposed to be on the throne.
Also, my voice is starting to get more serious by this point as well, guys.
So yeah, you'll be sent to the Tower of
King
London
Patrick
now
III.
for pretty much
Yeah,
a
pretty
month now
much.
at this point. What? But it was just a fun game, sir. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let the real coronation of King Charles begin.
And I just left the video right there. So yeah, but what incredible video it was at the time, though, I will admit. Right, oh god, no. Oh, shoot, I did not want to do that. Just, putting some of my plush videos in other spots. But yeah, you could tell how proud I was with that video to mark the occasion. Alright, moving on then. So, let's see, what's another good plush video of mine to do? Alright, so, next up we are going to go with, because we are skipping a good other amount of plush videos of mine, but these next two right here, the time machine, this was, I think, the second appearance, because with the, SpongeBob and Patrick's clones video, this was the first time Patrick introduced his time machine to the plush series, and which he made, in which he made himself his own clone and SpongeBob's clone, basically. He had these other different options of going back in time and making clones of himself, basically. When a real time machine wouldn't have that ability, I don't think, but I just made it up. And so, yeah, the time machine one was basically the other option he could do with that, and yeah, go back in time to some cases. But in reality, they came back to their house, basically. And you can find out more about that, yeah, by watching the video. And the Krusty Theatre video is basically, this other plush video of mine that I filmed well on late at night in a random day in May of last year, where it was like 10:30 at night, but it was the only time I could really film everything I need to do with it, and so I had this ability where I could get most of my plushes as possible into my living room to make out it was a theatre, their own theatre, Krusty Theatre, and so, yeah. Basically, I just made out, let's just actually just go through it before we move on.
So if you see this bar at the bottom, right here, you can see...
That's why, alright then, SpongeMan. So these were the movie choices that he decided to show his crowd, guys.
Let's show you the movie choices.
Daniel Tiger, Thomas, Barbie, Shaun the Sheep, and Blue's Clues.
We're the rated R movies.
And Mike wanted rated R movies. But Mr. Krabs' option was there were only movies from TVG to TVY7, which was a ridiculous decision of what everyone thought of.
By myself, awesome movie, epic Krusty Krab. I do not even know because it's super duper duper awesome movie.
So that right there was Mr. Krabs' own movie he made up that everyone decided to watch themselves and made up these random ads along with it. This was a couple days before, I believe, guys. I just got some random tin cans of like fruit cocktails to rice puddings and stuff and just made out that this was like an upcoming Kitchen Town TV series. Which it may be real, guys, but look.
Kitchen Town. Town, coming on July 24th, 2097.
So yeah, Kitchen Town I just made out is going to be a new upcoming series. That's going to be released in 73 years from now, in just 73 years from now. So at this point I'm just going to be 90 years old when this pretty much releases.
Alright guys, the movie is started.
And I got a U logo as well along with it. And also this what you would regularly see in theatre showings really of movies. When I was younger, I once got all my plushes on the sofa to watch Toy Angry Birds and take down the bad piggies. Oh, well, that's a nice story to hear. So, yeah. We're not going to go on too much about that, but yeah. Why I said it sounds so different. Thanksgiving. Is this just to do with, like, what they give to you on Thanksgiving? Because if so, I mean, you don't have to, go along with what they give you for Thanksgiving, but... Okay, hello two Pet Squad fan as well. We're in the middle stage of, almost the middle half of, my 2023 Plush content, basically. The stage where I got to meet a whole bunch of new YouTube friends, basically. Along with how much of a big change and why I consider this being my favourite year for the Plush series, so yeah. We're going to continue with SpongeBob in the Very Hot Sun now. So, this was the last plushie of mine to feature these little videos of the intro, but basically,
Oh my, jellyfishing, and whoever, it's like, oh, a jellyfish parade, oh.
Basically, the idea I came across with this video, a jellyfish parade was taking place, that only takes place every 2 years, and so... it was their decision, which, when I also released this video at the time, guys, my other friend at the time, Bowser Fan, which he's now called Good Guy, actually put in a clip of this video onto his Plush video at the time. He was making Mario content at the time, and no longer does, but I really loved what he still did, though. But yeah, he used a random clip of this at the time, at a random case. I don't know why though, but I was still, grateful for it either way.
I don't have a car, and I also don't have a driver's license. Yeah? Well, you still need to learn that lesson, Patrick. Jellyfish parade, here we come!
Now to the outside scenes. We're here, they're staring right into the very hot sun. Hence why the name of the video, but yeah.
Why is it so hot? My legs are burning. Oh.
And it's not just Patrick who had an absolute pain just getting through this, really, but I did as well. Because the temperature at the time, this was not heatwave year, guys, though. Then 2022 was. But honestly, it was still so hot. I'd say it would have been around maybe almost 30 degrees out. And so, yeah, I pretty much had to film most things right in the sun and not being any of the shade, really. Which was absolutely impossible. And yeah, I just got this close-on shot of the sun just to describe how hot it was. No cloud at all, which is one other big reason why I think how it gets even hotter, Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Like that, I don't like to listen to that old show anymore. I mean, it only used to pop up on my morning schedules of ITV, mostly, Pet Squad Fan, and so... up until 2019, I can honestly see why it ended. There was nothing big about it for real, though, honestly, I will admit. It didn't suit its morning schedule, I'm going to be honest. Right, so yeah, oh god, I keep muting it. So yeah, you guys don't understand how much of a pain it was to make this in one of the hottest days out there. Not as hot as I mean, I don't think it was much hotter in July, but for June it was just absolutely boiling, honestly.
SpongeBob, what are you doing outside my house now? Actually, I thought it was...
And then there was this joke up that I made up. These guys couldn't decide which house it was of theirs.
Now
When in reality, all their houses were just next door.
climb up here.
I made up Squidward slipped on the window sill and window ledge, and so
My tentacles.
flew all the way back into the sun, and then was starting to die because of how hot the sun was.
The door's just right there. Right there.
Right, let's skip a few other parts now. So I made up Mr. Krabs just brought out a random flannel because of how boiling it was at the time. And because of how hot I made the plot of this video be, in the following scene, I made out the sun had melted the flannel completely, and so yeah, it was gone.
Oh, that's not possible, me boy. I mean, why would the sun just burn a flannel?
Well, it did just now.
Whatever. It's so hard in my head. Weird that like burnt. Firework in me pocket. No, it's like no.
I made out this little colourful paper was his firework.
See you, boy.
And wanted to get away from this lot, not caring for them at all. Because you have to take into account, this 2023 was also the year where I made Mr. K really go mad on his employees, you know, and not care about them as much, or be mean to them, you know, a lot. And so when doing this plan, he hit the door completely, and flew back into the sun again.
Oh, hey, guys, come here. There's some stuff we can eat. Patrick, don't eat that. Do not burn us. Oh.
And I made this big effect right here, guys, where Squiddy Boy decided to just stare at the sun and had the decision of staring at the sun because he had no other choice to do so. He thought as if...
What's the point?
And 26 seconds later, if you stare at the sun, basically, guys, for more than 26 seconds, this is basically what will happen to your eyes. They will be on fire. They will basically be on fire. So I recommend don't stare at the sun for more than 26 seconds.
Stop looking at the sun and help me water the plant.
Yeah, along with a few other things, honestly, John Murray. But yeah.
They really need it. Water! Yes, water! Oh.
This water right here, which I also... There are other water effects I've used in these videos before, but this has a different plot to it.
Squidward, that was for the plants. I made it with my own sweat.
I made the plot of Patrick just having his own sweat inside the water.
Oh, it's been like 2
This scene was filmed the following day, though, guys. You can tell there's not much brightness of the sun from this shot right here to this shot. Like, you can see the sun is in all of the areas there is. It was just way too hot for me to film the last bit of the video. But not just that, I also had to finish filming on this day because the Redcliffe Railway Tales episode 2 of season 3 of Redcliffe Railway Tales was premiering on this day. And so, you know, I wasn't planning to miss out on that. And so I just had to be like, you know what, I'll film the rest of the scenes tomorrow, you know, and so that's what I did.
Looking all over the place for my phone.
And I just made Zergy right here.
Oh, yeah.
Zergy right here went completely nuts on these guys, and there was an ice lolly out here randomly sitting out there, and so everyone was fighting over it.
What are you guys fighting about? Give me that.
And so Zergy went completely mad on them, and so he was trying to portray them completely his own.
What are you doing? Clever.
And this ridiculous idea of Patrick where he decided to make Squidward be the engine of this little cart that somehow he made up. And for while they almost made it home through the window, they failed again, basically, I made up. And Squidward had the, no. Zergy was the reason how they got back home. So yeah. Alright. Now we're going to skip another few Plush videos. Have you met any celebrities? Not particularly, but I've met one royalist once in my life, which is an achievement I probably won't ever get again. But yeah, I've met one in particular. Or maybe I have, but I can't remember actually any celebrities I've actually came across. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of glad about this year coming to an end in a couple of weeks' time, honestly. Cool emoji. But right, let's move on. So, we might as well go for Squidward and the Vacation. So, this was pretty much the first Plush video of mine to actually have more of a vacation vibe than that was with my SpongeBob and the Arcade video from a year before this. And so, not just it being filmed in an arcade, but also at so many other locations. So yeah, let's get into it.
Activities that are going on in this place.
This basically starts off with the plot of Squidward, SpongeBob and Patrick also looking ahead to this website that they can have a free week at, and so this was basically it.
Wow.
This was also the stage where I think I was getting along with meeting so many new YouTube friends as well, guys.
No, we're not playing this game again today. Have you gone in this den? Oh, I found you, SpongeBob. Oh, there's nobody here.
This den at the time, because I remember doing the stream at this exact location as well at the time, by the way, guys. What exact big day, Pet Squad fan? Is that all you're going to say in the stream, John? Anyway, moving on. Burn his hand completely. Now let's get into the main point of the video, though, guys. So, the swimming pool we're seeing right here. So, we had this little cabana that we could stay in for a couple of hours in this big swimming pool zone or swimming pool room. And so, yeah, this was it right here. This one day, we had this little cabana for a couple of hours, and so, yeah, this was basically, I made it out Squidward, this was Squidward's cabana, basically, and didn't want to share it with anyone else.
Now, so nice and cozy. What do you want now? Oh, we put the same cabana.
And for how impossible it was to film these shots of like the outside parts, because there've been so many people coming from this side of the arena, like this side of the swimming pool park, honestly. It was impossible to decide when they're going to come and when they're not, you know.
Some lovely TV. Did you get him?
What's all these big messages coming here? Okay, we're getting a good matter of people here now. For me, this year's been good. Like, the summer was not good for me, but the rest of the year was good. And right now, I'm just alright. I guess this year has been good, which is because 2022 and 2023. I mean, for you, yes. But for this year, you've just been so annoying to me, honestly. And this is why I want you for the future to go back to your normal self. Because you and some other things are one of the reasons why this year has just been so annoying, you know. So much change, so much difference. Good, because I felt like 2019 was a good year. Then after 2018, 2017 for me, 2020 was alright. Again, I don't give mods so randomly, John. I only give them to people who will actually be good fans of my channel and will also support the creativity of my content, you know? Just positive reviews, basically. Oh, yeah, it is, Pet Squad fan. I do actually still own the Nintendo Wii in a box in my, hallway. I can still get it out, honestly, but it will require me to get new batteries in it, of course. But also this year, this Christmas will actually mark 10 years since I actually got my hands on it as well, which I think I already have pointed out on your streams possibly, but yeah. Oh my god! Stop saying the 4 words. Heavily agree, yeah. And you too, Eric. But yeah. Right, moving on. I don't know if you can also notice, guys, that in the background, you can see people in the background just swimming around in this big pool.
Peaceful now. I might as well watch some lovely TV.
Where's it at? I don't think you can see it, though.
Over here and hope.
This was an impossible scene to film with Squidward, though. Oh, nice you're here, SpongeBob 2024. We're discussing the Squidward and the Vacation, plush video of mine right now. Is one of my other favourites, because I do love getting along with one of these vacation type content. Next year I'll be 14 and the best year ever, 2015, will be 10 years. I mean, you're wrong. I mean, it's your favourite, but 2016 was honestly my favourite. And the only reasons I liked that year were all personal, honestly. I mean, they were all just outside my YouTube channel or anything, you know. I just got to meet up with so many of my friends for most of the year and that stuff. But either way, I just want to go on about the topic of this stream for as of right now. You hear? Yeah. I remember when you post this video. Yeah, and I can remember the time I actually making friends with you on SpongeBob Gamer 45's channel, actually, and coming across to this one.
Well, I guess the only way to get some peace and quiet is to go.
Not gonna lie, I remember still how young you sounded back then as well, honestly. Along with a few other people.
Here and hope nobody splashes me.
This scene was impossible, guys, with Squidward, because there just used to be people always coming down these stairs at occasions, and also the stairs down here as well, guys, that, like, it was impossible for that. But also, I also wanted to time this right. There was people coming down this slide, and they would make a massive splash that would come all the way over here where I was standing with Squidward, and I wanted to time it correctly and see how far they would splash, like, they would splash it so he could get Squidward wet. Like this right here.
Oh, you both splashed me so badly.
Basically. And Patrick's favourite, Andy Murray, which I honestly love him watching him play on tennis and Wimbledon exactly, appeared once again for the 3rd year of the channel. And so last year he ended up retiring, sadly, but you know, I could see why. But I never did like a video, a plush video where he watches him and gets upset over him retiring, you know. I kind of considered doing that, but you know.
What? But why?
And I was lucky when putting Squidward in the pool right here. I was luckily not caught by any of the staff whatsoever. Right, moving on. We have dinner scenes right here with my parents' dinner, which this was filmed on one day, and then the following day I wanted to do it again because I forgot to do some other lines right here where Patrick finished his dinner, and Squidward got mad about him for it. And the final main big outdoor activity they got up to was this boat right here, which I had already did on my happy 900 subs if I'm late. Well, only by 2 days, John, but yeah. Only by 2 days. I remember when you posted this video last year. Next year the channel is going to be 5 years old, which is crazy to be honest. Normally, again, 200 subscribers per year, but technically next year I should have like 900. I mean, if you count 2020 as being your 1st year of the channel, technically this year is already your 5th year of the channel, honestly, taken into account. But yeah, I had already done a video like this before, this boat riding video, honestly, guys. But I wanted to do it again just because this was one of the other, just easy, like, things to film, you know.
That's it. I've tried to enjoy this vacation, and now I'm going home because I can't take it anymore.
3 weeks ago? Oh, I never remembered SpongeBob 2024. Oh, God, I never actually remembered. Because I think I actually did remember doing a post for you on your last birthday, but now I forgot again this year, because it's probably because, like, with, like, the lack of support I've gotten, I mean, on my content, I do get it, you know, on some stages than others, but it's, like, not on every single video now, you know.
Just like my normal life. Boring, stupid, and annoying. So I'm going home. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for ruining my vacation.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I just love it. His saying, you're welcome. We're not going to talk about this scene, guys, but SpongeBob and Patrick tried to make out Squidward was going to have a hot air balloon ride on my little ball, my football toy there, that you literally just throw and it comes back to you, basically.
You said it, Patrick.
But yeah. Alright, let's move on now, because we are getting close to the 2-hour mark. Actually, guys, should we move on to the 300 sub special? Should we actually just screw it and just move on and talk about the 300 sub special now? One of the biggest videos of my channel. I kind of actually want to now. I actually kind of want to. What do you think you're saying, cool emoji face? You know it's not my birthday. For those who are new, by the way, guys, and always think about my happy birthday joke, there is a compilation video I finally made of all of my, most of the times I could bring up of when I said happy birthday in the last year and month, year and month, and so, yeah, that video's up on the channel too, by the way. Sure? Alright then. Well, it's only John, I don't know if there's any others, but yeah. Dude, I'm getting so many messages. It's ridiculous. How's the stream doing now, by the way? 79 viewers, 5 likes. Can we let that likewise go up a little bit more, guys? Can we or can we not? Likes are dropping a little bit more, I've just realised. Unless, oh, my bad. Alright, then. I was so confused because, like, when you bring up the word, I just, like, I take it seriously now. Right, screw it. We're doing the 300 sub special. Which, yes, most of you guys, I'm pretty sure at this point, will still be aware of this special. I'm sure most of you guys will be aware of this special. And this was 600 subscribers ago now, guys, which is ridiculous. But I remember so much about this. Like, look at the chat of this premiere, guys, if it actually pops up. Even a year later, it doesn't have 1,000 viewers still.
You know, Patrick,
But look at all of the people and support I had with the video.
Come on an adventure with us.
What's a friend?
What are you...
Spongy Collector, I remember making him have the role as Patrick, because at the time I was running out of ideas for voice actors, and so I wanted him to voice one SpongeBob character whatsoever. I was originally going to voice SpongeBob and Patrick, but I decided to let him have the role as Patrick either way.
Patrick, I'm talking about our best friends.
I was in this video. Yeah, most of you guys were, I remember. But if I also haven't pointed out, guys, there is another voice acting special coming for the channel, as I have already pointed out a million times by now. That being the finale of my Plush series, which I'm only going to be talking about and getting into by the new year, guys. Which will pretty much be my final voice acting feature. Or maybe not, but it might be my last one for a while, you know. But there's another upcoming voice acting feature for you guys to look forward to. For when the finale of my Plush series comes, but yeah. James Lister, who I remember was one of Training Long's good friends who I made be Squidward, because he was obsessed with him at the time. Get out scenes. So these are pretty much normal. Now let's get into the part where, let's get into your boy Train Lovers part.
Mr. Krabs instead.
So peaceful. Just me, you, and nobody else.
Honestly, I will be honest, train number has not changed that much in the last year, I will admit, guys. But yeah. Honestly, yeah, he kind of wanted to do Squidward more. Same with Spongy Collector, but I already had James down as the role for him.
Mr. Krabs!
Yes, me boy. Has
Well, maybe
someone got me
SpongeBob
a world
2024.
record for more money than any other?
Kind of want to voice Mr. Bean in the finale because I have a great impression. Right, well, I'm going to have to put more lines down for him if that's the case then. I'm about like 75% done with the script now, guys, of the finale, by the way, guys. And so, yeah, Mr. Bean's just got some voice acting lines from at least times when they're in the chum bucket or they're on the road and that stuff. And yeah, I'm going to have to think of some other ones to bring up, actually.
No. I have a question.
So yeah, alright, continuing now though, let's actually move on to the wood scenes. So, here we are, so, wood scenes right here. So, this was recorded literally the day before my first day of college, guys. And yes, all of these black hole effects and green screen effects are still nowhere near as talented as what I could do now, you know. But yeah, this was made all the day before my... This was all made the day before my first day of college. And the day before the trailer release as well. That was supposed to be Davin voicing Sandy. Basically, if you're all not aware, he must have used like an AI generated voice or something to just like make him as a girl's voice or something, you know.
Where we are. We need to rush out of here quickly.
I remember, what was her name? I forget this girl's name. That, I think it was Ali that voiced Beaky. I don't know exactly, but I believe that was her name. But yeah, want to play, yeah. This was SpongeBob 2023's voice at the time, as he was named as.
I may know a way. Let's go.
And then the title card pops up. But even though looking at this video just still brings back nostalgia, honestly. Not even the 2021 and 2022 days only bring back nostalgia, but these ones do as well.
Nothing me, even though I'm not a kid. Fine, but...
There was only one big issue when filming this video, though, guys, is when there was a whole crowd of kids that came, like, into the woods, and my mum required them all to just, like, go back to the playground that was near these woods. Because this was actually the neighborhood I used to live in, guys, way back at the beginning of the 2010s. And so, yeah, this was the woods right next to it. So I thought, what better way to film the subscriber special to, then, go to the woods where, I used to live at, you know. Next to the neighborhood I used to live at, you know, and where also my auntie lived at.
You still pay me for sleeping on the job.
That look of Squidward as well. I still voice Mike here, by the way.
How do we know where the nearest exit is?
I can just go and check.
This was Lexi for Henry the Bird. I will say, I think it's a girl, right? I think her voice, though, for this, I will be honest, I'm honestly grateful for it. Because, you know, there's nothing really to get annoyed by with this voice, honestly. I think it suits it, really. You know, this, if I had something to say, I would go on about it. But, yeah, you know.
Yes, I'm falling out.
I wish her impressions right there could be a little bit more professional, so she could be like, I'm flying, I'm falling, like that stuff. I wish it could have been like that.
You've been learning to fly for years.
But either way, outside of that, I'm still great of how
I can fly.
these two made their lines either way.
I had a friend in here that could help us.
Wait, what about me?
Now, for Zergy's voice, if you all want to know something, guys, he was voiced by Gary Larkins. And what's crazy, he's come a long way, honestly. I think he's come a long way ever since this point on. But back here, he used to voice Zergy, and, you know, he used to be fine for my channel mostly. But yes, he used an AI voice again for him. But at the time, he always used to, you know, act normal on my streams, but always ask a lot, honestly, that, you know, I couldn't live with. But then, I think a month and a half later, you know, all of the drama he caused for me, Train Lover, and everyone else mostly, was ridiculous. And I don't want to bring it into account now. But yeah. Everything he caused a month after this was ridiculous, honestly. But he knew what he was doing, but couldn't accept it. And so he just spammed on his community tab about us non-stop for so many months straight, you know, as well as stealing our content for no reason. And so I always had to file copyright removal requests. And for how lucky I was that it actually worked, he still kept doing it. And now, like, at least 10 months after he started it, Train Lover actually went along and wanted to give him one final chance. And now everyone's actually letting him have this chance. And they're letting him get back to normal, you know. It's ridiculous. And I cannot believe it, you know.
I know everything about the woods. I just need to remember how woods work.
Now, for Martin the Monkey right here, voiced by Rocco Boom 2, who at the time I think I only got along to chatting with him on, yeah, mostly this special and the voice casting details video I put up for this as well. I'm hoping I get to see him back again for the finale. I'm hoping to get into contact with him in some way or another, but we'll just have to see.
Eats us all!
You! Oh, friends, would you like a free banana? Because I don't like them.
Oh, thanks. I don't know why everyone's so afraid of me. I get this all the time.
I honestly love that little forest background that's put into it as well, you know.
Why everyone's so afraid of me. I get this all the time.
I mean, for Rocco's voice, I mean that isn't actually his name, but you know, that's his channel's name. But for him, I mean, I won't complain about his monkey voice, but you know, it seems a little bit more soft than normal. But honestly, I kind of like it being soft, you know, and sweet. Because I like the way how he like makes him look a little bit terrified, you know, over this.
I get this all the time.
If I was one of the voice actors in the special, who would I be? Well, that would depend. Who are all the characters, basically, that you could have voiced? The only one you really could have had was Mike the dog, mostly, I think. Honestly, Train Lover rocks his voice acting big time, honestly. He's so good at it.
Your job, duh. Oh, fine, whatever.
Keep searching. Can we just find a way over here already?
Friend! Wait! Patrick! I know a lot about rocks. And one important thing about rocks...
This was stood on top of a bag of mine. Because at the time I didn't have the stand that I use for standing my phone on to record my videos nowadays, you know. And so, yeah, that's the case. I had.
Patrick! Why are you with this gorilla?
Oh, hi, Jupiter. We're on possibly one of my favourite Plush videos of 2023. Of course, the 300 sub special. Which, again, as I have said so many times, this video still doesn't get old. Even when the finale does come out, guys, and, you know, I get all of you guys back together to enjoy the video, if it all goes to plan, I'll still always remember this video, you know, and always have this in mind.
What?
Yeah.
Can help me.
Alright, so, for Sausage the Policeman, which at this stage in the Plush series, he had finally been a policeman, and at the time, Super Dom, which a YouTuber's name was, who was actually friends with Spongy Collector I saw, or maybe SpongeBob Master, decided to participate in this, and so his voice lines were just real quiet that I had to put it at the max volume, and even so, it was still real quiet. Like, listen to this.
Call 999 so they can help us get out of here.
You hear that? It's just, it's like, it's no good really, but I don't know if that's anything to do with, like, his phone device or something, but yeah.
Hello, anyone want to be my friend?
What?
And next on the voicing crew, next on the voice casting crew is Stan, voicing our bear friend, Bobby, as I named him.
Oh, me and Helen were just picking twigs to eat, but Helen kinda sucks at our job.
I still have both of these plushes with me, and I still have them down for lines, by the way, guys, on the finale. As I said, guys, I want to have as many as the plush characters I can possibly have in this finale that have appeared in the entire series.
What? Oi, I'm trying.
Helen doesn't have this little green bow tie on her now, though. I'm going to be honest, guys. I do want to get someone to voice Helen, though, guys, and all of the other voice characters, and all the other characters, as many as possible, you know, just so I don't have to do as many, you know.
I just don't have any hands.
I know, John Murray.
It don't take
And Squidward wanted to go on a date with her,
don't work properly.
and Helen tried to roast him completely, and then, yeah,
We're gonna go for a ride.
wanted to take Squidward on a good old ride.
Yes, I don't have to put up with me worst employee anymore.
And he still is his worst employee to this day.
Dude, if that guy is your employee, then get him back yourself.
Yes. What kind of boss gets mad at their own employees?
Ah!
Now we're on to Corn Emoji's lines for Oleg.
Daddy, is it time to go home yet?
Which, for me, when I voice Oleg, I'm always like, "Oh, Daddy, what's up?" This is my best baby impression I can do.
Ah!
And I don't know if I was kind of expecting a baby impression from him or not, but yeah.
Daddy, is it time to go home yet?
But because he was still young at the time, I'll take it. I'll give it to him on this impression of Oleg.
You haven't got back that octopus guy yet.
Oh, why?
And this whole running scene where I just rush completely through the woods with Squidward, Helen, and the truck.
You can have fun being buried under here. Ugh.
This was a random idea I just came up with in the script writing, but, you know, I just wanted to go along with it. I was terrified these were going to be stinging nettles, though, for some reason.
I don't even...
So I'll never be able to watch TV again. Why?
Oh, don't worry, guys.
So we could have been out of here hours ago.
And this whole time, Patrick had the remote to his time machine, and no one realised until hours later, which I put in the story of this video, guys. So basically, yeah, basically they just wasted their time in there when they could have gone out with his remote that he collected.
50,000 rocks in my pocket that much.
Even Spongy Collector still sounds so much different now to this day.
Well, give me that. Now, how does this thing work? Oh yes, whatever button should do it.
There was a mistake there from Train Lover. He said whatever button should do it. It's supposed to be this button should do it. So you blame it on him. He missed out on a line.
Mr. Krabs, I would not press that button.
This explosion effect, along with the next upcoming one, took up most of the entire screen as well. I couldn't really, figure out how to, get all the green screen backgrounds out at the time, so I just zoomed it in right in so no one could see any green screen effects. Along with this black hole effect, which I think it looks more better, because I've, shaded, I just, faded all of the, outer parts away, you know what I mean.
Mr. Krabs, what have you done?
Well,
And I use my night, I use my star projector as them going in space back to their house, basically. And I used the countdown of when the time machine was going to explode, along with a remote on the top.
So get them out.
Brazil's voice as well for Alexander the policeman. Doesn't sound as good of a police impression as I was expecting, honestly, considering how young he was. I don't know if he's changed now or not, but yeah.
Hurry up.
The impressions I give for them, they're like, oh, great, is what they're like, it seems like, and then, yeah.
Back in our hometown at least.
There was another line there from Ali that she forgot to record for Beaky.
Words and we can now relax.
$100 extra.
I hope I find freedom someday.
So, yeah. And then for the end, we've got all of the crew that were in. We've got all of the actors, well, voice actors, who were in the special, basically. Oh yeah, it was Ali for Beaky the Bird. So 14 voice actors I had in total for the special, guys, which was an achievement because I was honestly not expecting that many voice actors, especially for a, like, Plush video, you know. Alright, so with a big, with that big video now done, which, yes, guys, I know you guys, like, really still loved it, and I can't thank you guys enough for supporting the video, considering all the hard work I went through. Now let's move on to the 100th SpongeBob Plush video, which at the time, yes, I had changed backgrounds for the intro as well at the time. This being my 100th SpongeBob Plush video, I had to celebrate it in such a big way after doing a whole century. Well, 100 is a century if you count it in years, but it's not really, you know. So yeah, after doing 99 of these Plush videos, I had to celebrate the 100th one in a massive way. But the trouble is, I couldn't really figure out what that was going to be, so I just came up with a food eating contest, honestly. Involving the whole crowd again, the whole group of Sponge Gang again.
But whoever wins will also get their hands on a limited gold.
And this boy, this lamb boy, I don't actually have a name for him, but he's the same guy who's actually the presenter for Who is the Smartest in my 900 sub special. Also, if you add Sonic in the finale special, I am him. I have great voice acting for him. He is in the finale, actually, SpongeBob 2024. But I also want to take into account, I do have lines put down for him. But also, guys, I want to take this into account that for the finale, I want you guys to have the ability to voice more than one character. I'm letting you guys have the ability to voice more than one character. But the maximum amount of characters you can voice for this special is 3, though. Just so there isn't, there isn't, like, so many people voicing, like, too many characters at once.
Which is only sold today. Oh, I mean the $50,000, obviously.
It was a prize, yeah. So basically, the plot with this I just made up was there being $50,000 up for grabs, basically. And all of these different foods I had to collect myself. So Rice Krispies that I just poured all over SpongeBob. Made a complete mess over.
Okay, SpongeBob.
I want to voice the character I've voiced before and a new character. So Oleg, you're saying? But again, if you're going to voice Oleg again, it's got to be a baby impression. This is what I'm going to point out in my finale information and voice casting details, guys. I want you guys to give your characters the best emotion and impressions that they need, basically, depending on what lines they have in the script, which you guys will be able to see once it's finally complete. I love Sonic. He's my favourite video game character of all time. Well, I can probably see why, because you do have, like, Sonic and Knuckles in your profile, and there's most content on your channel, well, as of right now.
Well, that's enough of everyone.
So yeah, I do feel I could have done more than inside scenes for this special, honestly. There could have been outside scenes for this, than rather just it being at the table, you know, to honestly celebrate one of the biggest moments of my Plush series. Just 100 Plush videos is absolutely crazy, don't you guys think?
That's just too...
Well, no, SpongeBob 2024. There are other mods, but there are other mods around, but you know. Again, earlier this year, there were some cases where I thought the mods were were causing trouble in my chat, and so I couldn't allow it anymore and just got rid of them. And second, Cool Emoji was one, but because of the behaviour he went through the last couple months, I'm not really going to give it back to him unless he behaves the way he used to be again, honestly. I wanted to point out to him. And honestly, I was considering giving one to John, because he's been one of my closest friends to me, and one of the truest friends for me on any of my content, really, for the last year, probably, for a while I've been suffering through a lot, honestly.
There's no way Patrick can. He always eats so slow. Like, I'm a good
And everyone made fun over Patrick was not going to win anything because he's the slowest eater of all of the characters. And made all these joke-ups that he can eat things in 56 hours right here.
SpongeBob is gonna win. Oh,
To the point where Patrick decided to cheat and smash completely all the cheddars with a spatula.
round in a row. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I made him win so many rounds in a row to the point where Patrick decided to kick all of these different contestants out of the competition.
Round. Oh no, you don't. Get over here. What the? What the? Patrick. Oh, I was trying to relax. Where are you taking us? You two are going outside. Just
My summer chair was also in the way there of the filming. I should have moved it in a different place, honestly.
How mean are these people to me all the time?
So is the special going to release in 2025? Yes, I already did put a pinned message in my Discord server that I'm ending the series for the 160th Plush video, basically, when we get to episode 160. But before that, there's going to be a 3-part finale, basically. So 2 other videos leading up to the big finale, basically. And so, yeah, the planned release for it now is June of 2025. I'm aiming for the 21st of June, but, it might be a week before or a week later due to me having plans of my Spain holiday and that stuff, you know, at the time. So, yeah. But again, once the new year arrives, guys, I'm going to speak all about the finale and how you guys are going to get involved, how it's going to pay out and that stuff. So, yeah. It's going to be one of the first videos of the new year, basically.
Oh, you've won 4 times in a row, Patrick. Well, I guess that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We already have our winner.
And I had a croucher sitting on the sofa of my parents' house.
And the $50,000.
I still have those dollar cards, by the way, guys, a year later without any damages. Despite one, though. One I ended up losing in the sea when going on my holiday back in July. That I, using that one scene, which I'll get into on my 2024 commentary stream.
You have received for eating so...
I finally got the release date for Sonic Out of the Universe, and it's earlier. I understand why you did it completely, to be honest. Well, it's just because I kind of saw you being a little bit like what Stan is on Train Lovers channel. Completely going mental on him over him doing stuff, but it's actually him overall. And also him spamming stuff completely that is not necessary. That's just the only trouble I've had.
I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs, and Squidward for being the most boring teammates out there. They all suck. Also to my mum and dad, yeah, you don't deserve this trophy. Anyways, let's go party!
And this final scene right here, which is something I bet you all know what Patrick really loves, was absolutely spot on. Look at this.
Oh boy, now I can go get some ice cream!
This Mr. Whippy ice cream truck that always comes by daily in the summer of my neighbourhood popped by again at the end of September when this came out, guys. Because yes, he still delivers ice cream all the way up until probably maybe this time of the year, honestly. And so yeah, this was absolutely spot on because I couldn't tell what time of the day he was going to actually come, and so luckily I think it was a couple minutes later he actually arrived, so this was spot on for me to film. And it was so random, but I just felt like including it in for fun since he loves ice cream.
Oh boy, now I can go get some ice cream! Let's go! I'm the winner!
So yeah.
I deserved that title yesterday.
And then everyone complained to him for getting the title, and Patrick once again threw them out of his window.
And stay out, you guys!
Yeah, and then I have a final speech to thank everyone for making me get to 100 Plush videos. And we're still going 41 Plush videos later. 2 years of making this content. Bro, we're literally almost at 3.5 years of the content, technically. Ridiculous. Alright, guys. Now let's see. What else do we want to cover? because the Halloween special, this one was actually more shorter this year than normal, but basically the main plot of this was me just having this spider friend of Squidward come into the house to basically spook everyone else. Here it is.
Who turned the lights off?
And then we're going to move on to the 400 sub special and then the Christmas special, and then that's going to be it for the stream.
What? What is that?
So this is where I took things really haunted, guys. Just used the torch of my, or flashlight if you're American, guys, as the light in my room, basically.
Look, it has Squidward. Squidward. I mean, you boys can just call the police.
And this random funny idea I came up with was when the police actually went trick-or-treating themselves in this special as well.
Uh-oh.
This was the stage where Mr. Krabs was done for. Because when making these plush videos, guys, there were times when I had the house to myself. Because as you guys know, I'm old enough to have the house to myself and look after myself by this point. There were some stages where I could film in the house by myself, which exactly I had on my 900 sub special yesterday. But this was one of them, guys.
Oh, but we gotta do something about that spider.
Things are getting spooky here, exactly. For me, I have nostalgia from 2022 and kind of 2023. Honestly, I'm the same, cool emoji. Should we even do reacting to 2024? Because I don't know, maybe wait until 2025. No, that's what I'm going to get into by the end of the stream. I'm going to get into that by the end of the stream, cool emoji.
Oh, what are we gonna do? Patrick?
The Nerf gun makes an appearance again. This actually made an appearance again in my Patrick Body Slam video, by the way, guys.
Ouch.
But no sound effect.
But why? It's hiding by some guy named Squidward, yeah.
And this final scene I came up with, every single ghost mask I still owned at the time. And this right here, I had to get a big piece of paper and, like, curl it up here, right here. And then get the little, lid of one of my cups right here to design this as Squidward's clarinet. And so the plot was SpongeBob and the gang were going to destroy it with scissors. This took multiple times because the scissors wouldn't cut through the paper all the way through.
Say goodbye to your clarinet, Squidward. Ooh.
But I got it right here.
Ha! Squidward. Squidward scared because you destroyed my clarinet.
So yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh god, I didn't mean to do that. So yeah. Alright, now let's move on to the last two ones I want to cover in this stream. Patrick and the Kidnapper 2. So this is the sequel to my first Patrick and the Kidnapper episode from back in January of that year, which was my 400 sub special, which was 10 times longer and was 50 seconds longer than my 300 sub special. But if you think about it, though, all my other specials ever since the 300 sub special have been 10 times longer than the 300 one. But yeah. So the plot, I had to come up with some kind of different plot for this video. But basically, it was Beaky coming to the door.
I'll get it.
And SpongeBob just sat there. This was also the time, by the way, if you guys can see. This was the first few days I got my new floorboard, by the way, guys, after they were broke apart and replaced. I had to stay at a hotel on that night of when they were being replaced to, you know, actually get away with it and let the work, you know, get done. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, the first plot of this was mostly
I'll kidnap you a second time.
Beaky just came to the door. Patrick never realised about Beaky, I believe, and wanted to be kidnapped again, but Beaky did it his honours. Basically. And once again, he leaves another note to SpongeBob, as he did in the first part. And this time, I actually used a B in the video link instead of a P, if you guys remember from the first part earlier in the stream. So I got it right this time. And for the numbers, I used a 2 this time instead of the 1. As you guys know, those were my numbers in my username and my channel, but not with a 2 in it. It's another 1. But yeah, I just replaced it with a 2 just to make it out.
Whoa, okay, this should be the right link. Oh, I really
The same Chromebook, I think, as I used in my other one, the first part.
Hello, SpongeBob. I kidnapped Patrick again and have finally got my revenge.
Spooky again.
I'll never find out where in the world he is.
So this was a stage where he never gave any information of where he was going to be.
No! Beaky, what have you done?
So yeah. And this is a stage where Plankton, which you've got to take into account, guys, I've always been using this Plankton figure ever since, the SpongeBob and the Mystery Box series from January of 2022. I've always been using the same Plankton, but I think it fits, really. I think it fits good because he's the same size as what he is in the show.
And you, for customers, because, well, you're wrong.
So yeah. And the same thing went with Mr. K, he wanted to beat him up himself.
Try to pay your house. Well, apparently he switched countries.
Yeah, for the first part, I made Biggie go all the way to Florida. Look where he's gone to now.
And now
well, I think Disney World, Florida.
He's gone all the way to Disneyland Paris.
He's decided to go to the opposite side of the world, Disneyland Paris this time.
So, Disneyland?
So this boy's pretty much obsessed with Disney, I'm going to be honest, guys. I just randomly decided to come up with. Possibly not John, and he definitely won't be in the finale, cause I don't actually want to spoil this, but, when the script comes out for the finale, you all can read out what Beaky's plan is, basically.
Looks like
Oh, I remember how bright it was on this day. Look at the brightest weather it was on this lovely, like, November day it was, honestly. I never normally get, like, days this good, honestly. But honestly, that fits so good.
Well, Mr. Krabs, looks like his house is over there. Oi.
Oh, yeah, this was the first time I used dollar effects for Mr. Krabs' eyes. Because Mike had all kinds of different dollars. Who knew, though? Mike actually flew out to Disneyland as well on this week.
Try to pay your house bill. Oh no.
And it came another water effect, by the way, which is here, right here. If you're curious, the water effects in these plush videos aren't really that hard, I'm going to be honest. But, it's just like bringing them out, you know, they're normal, really. It's just like, what is it? It's just like filling them, it's just like filling them up, and no matter how, and it's like, no matter how big my jug is, it's still quite heavy, no matter what. And despite I get all the plushes wet, it still pays out, you know. I'm curious of how many times I've actually gotten my plushes wet. I actually want to look that up and do that again. Maybe I'm considering a compilation of every time my plushes get wet in these plush videos. I'm just coming up with a load of compilation ideas now. And then a few minutes before SpongeBob arrives for another revenge on Beaky, I made Beaky play Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, before the second game actually came out. Or maybe the second one did come out, but I didn't play the second one, because I wanted to save it for a stream at the time.
Well, I bought some extra weapons.
Not only were the bullets I used for Beaky in this one, but also the spatula.
Get out of it. Okay, I'm glad you're all safe.
And yet it was not just Patrick that I decided to come up with for the kidnapping, but also so many other familiar faces in Bikini Bottom.
Okay, SpongeBob, you may have won this time, but...
For me, I hope 2025 goes slow and it will be like 2015. I mean, we'll just have to see what happens, really.
Better days are coming for this bird.
Welcome back, SpongeBob 2024.
On you beast about that beak.
He says better days are coming, guys, by the way, in this special. And trust me, they are in the finale. I can't give too many spoils out there because I don't want to give anything away. But yeah, you all know the reason why Beaky will be doing this in the finale. And also why the series won't be coming back.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't mean it that way. Please don't, please don't, please don't.
And basically a whole beating up of Beaky goes on now.
Well, SpongeBob, I've sure had a very fun day of being kidnapped for a second time.
And Patrick doesn't even care. He loves the idea of being kidnapped. And there you go, 400 subs. So speaking of which, in a week from now, 25th of November, it's going to be a year, since this special came out. Which means in the last year almost, we've gained 500 subs to the channel, which is record-breaking. It just seems like every year, the number has gotten bigger and bigger, and I'm so grateful for it. Because when 2023 begun, I was on like 156 subscribers, and so at the end of that year, at the end of 2023, I ended it just before midnight on New Year's Eve. I checked it and saw that I was on 444. I'm actually wondering how many I'll be at the end of this year, guys. But yeah, there it is. Alright then, guys, we're not going to go through all of these Christmas specials completely. But one Christmas special I really do like, that most of you might be aware of, is the Squidward and the Christmas Movies one, which features so many different kinds of Christmas movies that, oh yeah, this Christmas intro, by the way, at the time, guys, which there's a new one at stake coming, guys, as well, by the way. And you all might be able to see some familiar Christmas movies that were also featured during the video. Those are The Grinch, Arthur Christmas, Frosty Snowman, Santa Claus, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, all those mini films I've had since a kid. The SpongeBob Christmas Special, which, as you boys know, I've always had ever since, 2015, Christmas 2015, and was how I got into SpongeBob, of course. All of the Mickey Mouse specials, Christmas specials, A Tom and Jerry Christmas Party, Home Alone Double Pack, in featuring Macaulay Culkin as Kevin, live action Grinch, Snowman and Father Christmas, Nickelodeon Picks Christmas, and the Polar Express. And the plot basically was that Squidward, I don't think, really wanted to pay for the Christmas movie, and so Mr. Krabs decided to go out with it and actually take them himself. So we had the snowball effect special on here.
Squidward keeps getting hit with snowballs by me. Oh, my best buddy.
Oh yeah, this is when I tried to make Patrick sing Walking in the Air from the Snowman as well. Including a Father Christmas scene.
You better put me on the nice list this Christmas.
And I remember, John, when this video went up, I remember you commenting about, what Father Christmas would say to Mr. Krabs about, I remember when this video went up, you commented on this video, and you actually, said about what Father Christmas would say to him. What's he blooming moaning about, basically, is what you mentioned on that video, I remember you commenting on.
Because I'm a good boy.
I know, Cormoji, it's absolutely nuts. It's absolutely nuts, honestly. I don't know where time's just gone, honestly. It's just ridiculous. But not just that, 2025 will also mean we will be a quarter of a way through the 21st century, which is ridiculous. I'm just so surprised. Where have the last 25 years gone since this century begun? Honestly. Walking in the Air from the Snowman really puts me in the spirit of Christmas. Yeah, I can see why. It's such a classic. But yeah. Alright, I think we now might as well move on to the last Christmas special. And the last special, the last SpongeBob Plush video of mine from 2023. Mr. Krabs and the Christmas Special. The annual big Christmas special of my channel, basically. That premiered on Christmas Eve of last year. And I do think I have plans to do a premiere of my next annual Christmas special, the fourth proper one, on the following Saturday up to Christmas, basically. So yeah, here we are. So this is where I made Santa basically, or Father Christmas, take a look back and give Mr. Krabs his naughty list on basically everything that he had did in all of my plush videos throughout 2023. So let's listen to it, guys.
Nothing wrong? You did nothing wrong this whole year.
You can see it on the naughty list, by the way, guys.
Things you did bad this year. First, you hit a dog guy with a hammer multiple times when you made a crusty hospital.
That was Mr. Krabs from the Krusty Hospital episode, by the way.
You also scammed people with the crusty deliveries.
That was the Krusty Delivery episode, which we haven't covered.
Some disgusting clover patties and grass you tried to give to people on St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day video.
Friends 500 times this year. Didn't pay for your credit card bill, nor pay your employees working an 11-hour shift. Didn't pay house bill for 10 months, including water and electricity bill as well. And alongside that, you tried to steal other people's money instead of using your own money to pay your house bill. And during the food eating contest, my 100 SpongeBob plush video, you tried to steal all the money when the contest wasn't even over.
Which we didn't cover. Santa takes a big deep breath and continues here.
Hire the starfish,
which I found hilarious.
Make your meal so expensive and give your $10 million customer absolutely nothing.
Oh yeah, in my house party, in the Mr. Krabs from the house party video, Mr. Krabs got his $10 million for the Krusty Krab, and so he gave them absolutely nothing.
Wow! Are you my history teacher or something?
What do you guys predict, though, that Mr. Krabs has been like for 2024, though? What do you guys predict? Will he still be on this naughty list, or finally be on the nice list again?
All I'm saying is, you're not on the nice list.
And so, yeah, Mr. Krabs' revenge for Santa was basically, oh my god, this is where it got serious, by the way, guys. So, this was 6 days before Christmas, guys, and so this was a Tuesday night where it was pitch black out, but this was the only opportunity I had to film this plush video, because I was busy on all the other days, and so, yeah, it was a very frosty and cold night, but it was the only opportunity I had, because the story I had with this had to happen at midnight. I had to do all of these during the dark, really, so it made sense, you know. What's this update? The next update is ready to help Windows running smoothly. Pick a time to restart and install. Actually, do it tomorrow. So yeah, it was crazy how I did this, really, but yeah, it was such a frosty night that what's insane is that the day after I did this, I got completely ill, and I was kind of expecting that, but there was a couple days before making this where I went to a festive lights festival, and that was in the dark in the night, outside, and it was real cold then, but I didn't get ill for that. But yeah, for this I had to make Mr. Krabs be in a Santa suit, along with bringing multiple bags of Christmas gifts outside, which was one of the hardest opportunities and hardest moments as well, along with getting inside my parents' car as well.
So get out the car. It looks like they're partying.
But yeah.
I was quiet.
Mike the dog's house it was. All the gifts that he collected as well with it.
I was quiet. Claus, Santa Claus, wake up!
And I made Santa Claus here. Which at the time, yes, I had my Christmas quilt on as well. Perfect timing for this year.
Patrick,
and this Santa plush, I've always had him in the chimney because he can't come out of it, if you're not aware, guys.
Who just turned the alarm on?
But yeah, this was supposed to make out as his workshop, by the way, guys. We were supposed to make out this was his workshop.
What are you guys doing in my workshop?
But yeah. And these disco lights I still couldn't clearly put out completely.
Mr. Krabs.
Get rid of all the green screen effects. The same red car as I had all year. And then the police arrive to arrest him, basically.
What are you doing here? Well, how do I know that? Except for that random person in Santa.
He'll be on the naughty list this Christmas too. Right.
I don't know. Maybe a device called a security camera.
A device called a security camera.
It's not me. That security camera is so blurry. Oh, that's not all. What's this post I found on Twitter, huh?
And I made Patrick put a tweet on X, which was called Twitter at the time, because I do have a Twitter account, but don't regularly use it. But I made Patrick put a tweet on Twitter of him being on a secret mission from that photo he took of Mr. Krabs. Why does it keep reminding me of this?
Patrick! So yeah, get in the car. We will be returning all this stuff to all the owners.
And so everyone ended up in jail for Christmas 2023.
I hate this year.
And there you go. Alright then, guys. With that now done, that pretty much is it for all of my SpongeBob Plush videos of 2023 with my commentary. Oh, we haven't even got to 100 viewers yet, man. Don't know why. When we had a good amount of people earlier, but yeah. I mean, it might go up to 100 right now, actually, while we're speaking. But yeah, that pretty much ends things there for today, guys. So I hope you all have really enjoyed me talking through what has been one of my most favourite years for the Plush series, honestly. And I don't think this year has really broke it, honestly. I am going to be honest with you guys. Despite all of the fun and drama I've had making the Plush series this year, I don't think it breaks every single Plush video I made in 2023. That, it doesn't break all the effort I put into my 2023 Plush videos. You've unfortunately joined right when we were about to end the stream, Davin, unfortunately. So, guys, if you want to know the news for my Plush videos of 2024 now, when I do my 2024 Plush videos with my commentary in them, that will be in another 10 weekly Sunday live streams time, as I normally regularly do, as you all will be aware by now. So, 10 weeks time is possibly just going to be in 2025. So, there's no need for, I think there's going to be no worries now about, like, doing it. There's going to be no worries about doing it for, before the end of this year, because we'll be into a new year and it will make sense, you know, guys. You know what I mean. Like, my 2024 plays will be complete because we'll be in the new year by the time the next 10 weeks come by, unless I take another week off. But anyway, guys, I hope you all have still really enjoyed this. Next week, we'll be back to all of the normal stuff again. And, yeah, I hope to continue doing more of these streams for more weekly Sunday streams to come. I'm going to have to restart this computer, actually, guys, because it keeps giving me this notification. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for tuning into this stream. I hope you all really enjoyed me having my conversation on this. And yeah, I will see you guys for my next upcoming content. So yeah, see you all soon, guys.